My second video is based on relative age effect. Kevin Till from Sports Coach UK says that the relative age effect is defined as the imminent, immediate and long-term consequences that affect participation and selected in youth sports. Helson et al. States that the relative age effect refers to the asymmetry in the birth date distribution, favouring players born in the early section year and discriminating against participants born in later on in the year. This is a photo of current Everton football player Ross Bartley playing when he was younger, probably in a youth match. He would be most likely playing against people his own age, but as you can see from the photo, Ross is a lot bigger in size compared to the other player. From looking at this picture, you would expect Ross to be a couple of years older, but in reality he is the same age. This does prove that RAE can have a factor, but also that it is very difficult to group players. Delorme and Raspu have noted that players born in the first quarter of the year are more developed in body height, mass and strength. This means that they will have a more physical presence when playing and training. Some coaches will have a preference for physical players over technical players at a younger age. Often in sports, players will have a position based on their physical attributes. For example, in football, taller players are regularly put at the back to win headers and put in the bigger tackles, compared to shorter players who are put up front and on the wings to utilise their speed and strength. These photos are of Manchester City's Costa Pantamillion, Southampton's Fraser Foster, Chelsea's Courtois and Palace's Wayne Hennessy. What do they all have in common? They are all goalkeepers and have an average height of 1.99 metres. That is 6 foot 6 inches. Goalkeepers tend to be the tallest players on the team. Some keepers are naturally good behind the sticks, but some require a year of training. As you can see from the photo, Brade Hangeland is challenging Javier Hernandez for the ball. There is a huge difference between these two players. Hangeland is 6'5" compared to Javier Hernandez, who is 5'7". Hangeland hasn't got much pace or agility, so if an attacker was to beat him for pace, then he would struggle to catch up with the player. He's very good in defence though. Because of his height, he's able to win the majority of headers. This relates to RAE because from a young age, Hangeland will have been put in defence to utilise his height abilities, compared to Hernandez, who is a lot more mobile and will have the ability to beat players with his pace and skill. Similar to Hangeland, Hernandez will have played in his position from a young age. This shows early specialisation and how he has carried it on further into his career. As you can see from the photo, Peter Crouch is dominating in the air in the game for England. This goes against the argument of relative age effect that taller and bigger players would play in defence because Peter Crouch is a forward. It does show that players' positions aren't always determined because of their physical attributes. Albuquerque states that combat sports such as taekwondo and boxing have different weight categories which may be conducted to RAE. As you can see from the photo on the slide, it is Carl Froch stood next to Anthony Joshua. There is a clear difference in physiques with these two boxers. Joshua is a lot taller with a much broader frame, whilst Froch is shorter with a much leaner physique. Joshua is in the heavyweight division, weighing in at 106 kg, and Froch weighing in at 76 kg in the super middleweight division. It would be a bit of a mismatch if these two were to box against one another, because Anthony Joshua would be able to throw stronger and more powerful punches than Froch, but he'd also be able to take a bit more of a hit. Whilst Froch wouldn't be able to take as much more of a hit, but he'd be a lot quicker with his punches, but also a lot quicker around the ring. This is why weight categories are very important in combat sports. Many people feel that participants born between August and December will have more advantage in succeeding compared to people born later on in the year. This is because they'll have more time to develop and grow. The graph shows for each month how many players were expected to succeed and how many were observed. As you can see from the graph, there is a slightly higher expectation from July to October, but when observed it is higher from January through till May. In most scenarios, the argument would be that August to January players would have longer time to grow and develop, but in this situation with the Under-20s Rugby World Championships, it counteracts this idea of players being born between August and January are more successful.